Namaste. Good afternoon. This is Destiny. It is Wednesday, December 25th, 2019. I am out into nature, and the topic that I want to talk about today, I'm still talking about foods addictions, additives that are put into foods. So I feel like every time when I'm talking about foods and health, there is no better place to come than into the heart of nature because it just refueled me. I mean, I feel so connected and powerful. And so I'm going to get into the topic today. I'm going to be talking about the dangerous additives that is put in the processing of foods. And that is a topic. I'm going to give you a few, maybe 10 different dangerous additives. And like some of these names are very hard to read, so hey, bear with me. I mean, some really hard names. But let me say this. I'm just came out into nature and was getting all set up with my equipment so I could start my videotaping. And as soon as I got everything set up and I'm ready to get started and get into this video, a phone call came in. And I recognized the number, and it's like, okay, this don't seem like, this is a good thing for me to ignore this phone call. So I had to stop my videotaping at the moment, and I answered the phone. And it was serious. It was one of my clients calling. Their fiance was calling about one of my clients that he was trying to commit suicide. He had started slashing his wrist. And at the time, she said that she caught him just in time. It was just a small little cut, nothing serious at the moment. But she said, what would have happened if I would have caught him at that moment? And I had to get on the phone. And I had to do my talking this person to putting that knife down and any other things that could be dangerous to taking his life and destroying his health, destroying his family, his home. And I had to spend that time on the phone talking this person down. Probably took me close to 40 minutes or so. It took a while, but like I said, finally I felt that we came to a place where I was getting to his mind. I got into his mind. I got into his thoughts, and I felt that all the negative things and whatever that it was dominating him toward doing this horrible things or want to take his life, I felt that shift. So I sat on the phone and listening to him on the other end of the phone, and he's crying on the phone, and he said he's sorry, and I kept, anyway, that's just something that I deal with through my life coaching. Like I said, I do a lot of life coaching, and it's a lot of different things. Like I said, we have to be there for people, and the best way we know how. But this video is about the dangerous additives in the processing of food. So let me jump into that. I will check back on them later on today, but I'm believing that this was a wake-up call. I'm believing that the words that I had to speak into his life, it really got to his attention to the point where I pray that he really will waken up and find himself that he's not the victim, that he's victorious. So let's get started. I'm out into nature. It's beautiful. Destiny want to ask everyone how they are doing today. I know this is Christmas Day, December 25th. I'm having a beautiful day. It is really nice outside. I mean, the sun is just brightly shining. Everything is peaceful and very still. You don't see the trees moving so much, and It's beautiful. So like I said, this is Mother Nature. This is the heart of Earth. This is where all the plants and the foods and the seeds and the berries and the fruits and vegetables all come from the ground of Mother Earth. And let me get into this because I don't want to make this long. Okay, let me get started. Dangerous additives in the processing of foods. Now, food additives have become a commonplace in our modern diet. But do we really know what they are adding to our foods? But do they really add anything to our foods that is of value, that is healthy, that is wholesome? No. If you really take a look at all of these different additives, there are so many. I mean, probably well over 300. I'm not going to go through 300 additives, and this video would take me all day. But I'm just going to tell you the 9 most dangerous additives that is put into the processing of our foods. Now, it might be common knowledge to you that most processed foods are not ideal for our health. And these foods are often, they are laden with artificial chemicals which can cause all sorts of havoc to our bodies. It will cause addictions in our bodies, and it will break down our body's health, and eventually it begins to destroy our organs within our bodies. But typically these foods and these food additives are not easy to identify, and they're hidden a lot of times under names that you don't even recognize, and they are put them in small prints, so the words are so small that you can't even see it. And I'm telling you, I'm so serious, because when Destiny goes to the store, I had to carry my magnifying glass. I bought me a magnifying glass for that particular purpose, because I want to see these names, because it'd be such a small print sometimes. But these additives are not easy to identify. So you got to get smart. You got to get your magnifying glass too. Do what you got to do to be able to read those names, so you can be able to go and research them. And as they are hidden under a variety of names as well, because they may not be sugar on the pack or on the labels. It could be dextrose, could be high fructose corn syrup, could be high fruits, could be a whole lot of different other sucrose. It can be hidden under other names and under other codes. And like I said, a lot of times they are usually hidden in those very small font, that very small print. Now, unbelievably, I said, now there's over 300 chemicals used in processed food today. And the statistics shows that the average American household, they spend about 90% of their food budget on such foods. Foods that is going to eventually turn around and turn against them, and eventually is going to harm and hurt their bodies, damage their health, destroy their health, and eventually it'll end up destroying their entire life. Now, these man-made chemicals are seen as foreign to our bodies, which often results in a number of implications to our health and to our well-being. Now, there are allergies, and these allergies are common side effects. And this MSGs is known to cause overeating, weight gain, and food addiction. Okay? So let's talk about some of the most dangerous food additives that are put into foods. And these are the most dangerous ones that you really need to stay away from and you need to avoid. Number 1, listen, artificial sweeteners. That's the aspartame, and is more popularly known as NutraSweet and Equal, and is often found in foods labeled diet or sugar-free. Now, aspartame is believed to be a carcinogen and accounts for more reports of adverse reactions than all other foods and food additives combined. I mean, this is really serious. Aspartame is not your friend. Aspartame is a neurotoxin and a carcinogen, and it's known to erode intelligence, and it affects your short-term memory. And the components of these toxins sweeteners may lead to a wide variety of ailments, including like the brain tumor and diseases like lymphophobia, diabetes, multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's, fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, emotion disorders like depression, anxiety attacks, and dizziness, headaches, nausea. I mean, the list just goes on. All that mental confusions and migraines and seizures. So artificial sweeteners are found in foods, like I said, your diet foods or your sugar-free foods like sodas, Diet Cokes, Coke Zeros, Jello, and other other glutens, desserts, sugar-free gum and drink mixes, and baking sodas and baking goods. I mean, tabletop sweeteners, cereal, breath mints, puddings, Kool-Aid, iced tea, and chewable vitamins and toothpaste. Let's go to number 2, which is that high fructose corn syrup. And high fructose corn syrup is a highly refined artificial sweetener which has become the #1 source of calories here in America, and is found in almost all processed food. This high fructose corn syrup, it packs on the pounds faster than any other ingredient. It increases your LDL, which is your bad cholesterol levels, and contributes to the development of diabetes and tissue damage, among other harmful effects. High fructose corn syrup is found in most processed foods, like your breads, candies, your flavored yogurts, salad dressings, canned vegetables, and cereals. Number 3 is your monosodium glutamate, and it is an amino acid, and is used as a flavor enhancer in your soups, your salad dressings, your chips, frozen entrees, and many restaurants use monosodium glutamate. It is known as an excitotoxin, a substance which overexcites cells to the point of damage or even death. And studies show that regular consumptions of monosodium glutamate may result in adverse side effects, which will include depression, disorientation, eye damage, fatigue, headaches, and obesity. MSG also affects the neurological pathways of the brain and disengage the I'm full function, which explains the effects of weight gain. Foods that MSG are found in is your Chinese foods and your Chinese restaurant syndromes, many of your snacks, your chips, your cookies, seasonings like most Campbell soup products, frozen dinners, lunch meats, and so forth. Number 4, trans fat. Now, trans fat is used to enhance and extend the shelf life of food products, and it's among the most dangerous substances that you can consume. It's found in deep fried fast foods and certain processed foods made with margarine and partially hydrogenated vegetable oils. Trans fats are formed by a process called hydrogenation. And numerous studies show that trans fat increases your LDL cholesterol levels while decreasing your HDL, which is your good cholesterol. It increases the risk of heart attacks, heart disease, and strokes, and contributes to increased inflammation, diabetes, and other health problems. Oils and fat are now bidding on the Danish market if they contain trans fatty acids exceeding 2%, a move that effectively bans practically hydrogenated oils. And trans fats are found in your foods like margarine, chips, and crackers, baked goods, and fast food. And number 5, the common food dyes. Don't let that fool you guys. Now, studies show that artificial colorants, which are found in sodas, fruit juices, and salad dressings, may contribute to behavioral problems in children and lead to a significant reduction in their IQ. Animal studies have linked other food colorants to cancer. So we need to watch out for these common food dyes. You watch out for the ones like the blue number 1 and the blue number 2. Now, a lot of these has been banned in countries like Norway, Finland, and France, and may cause chromosomal damage. And they're found in candy, cereal, soft drinks, your sports drinks, and even your pet foods. Now, another food coloring dye is that red dye number 3. Also the red dye number 40, which is banned in 1990 and after 8 years of debate from use in many foods and cosmetics. Now, this dye the number 40 red, contains to be on the market until supplies run out and has been proven to cause thyroid cancer and chromosomal damage in laboratory animals, and may also interfere with your brain nerve transmission. These dyes can be found in your foods like fruit cocktail, your cherries, your cherry pie mix, your ice creams and candies, bakery goods, and a whole lot more. Also, another food coloring dye is the yellow, number 6, and the yellow tartrazine. And they are banned in countries like Norway and Sweden as well. Increases the number of kidney and adrenal gland tumors in laboratory. This is what this yellow number 6 and the yellow tartrazine does. I said it increases the number of kidney and adrenal gland tumors in laboratory animals, which may cause chromosomal damage. And it's found in foods like your American cheese, that macaroni and cheese, your candies, carbonated beverages, and lemonade, and so much more. And number 6, sodium sulfite. Preservative used in winemaking and other processed foods. Now, according to FDA, the Federal Department of Agriculture, approximately 1 in 100 people is sensitive to the sulfites in food. And the majority of these individuals are asthmatic, suggesting a link between asthma and sulfites. And these individuals who are sulfite sensitive may experience things like headache, breathing problems, and rashes on their bodies. And in severe cases, sulfites can actually cause death by closing down the airway altogether within the body, leading to cardiac arrest. And sodium sulfite are found in foods like your wines and your dry fruit. Number 7, sodium nitrate and sodium nitrite. Sodium nitrate or sodium nitrite is used as a preservative, as a coloring and flavoring in the American standard diet foods like your bacon, your hams, your hot dogs, luncheon meats, corned beef, smoked fish, and other processed foods. This ingredient, which sounds harmless, is actually highly carcinogenic once it is entered into the human digestive system. There it forms a variety of nitrosamine compounds that enter the bloodstream immediately, and then it wreaks havoc with a number of internal organs like your liver and the pancreas in particular. Sodium nitrite is widely regarded as a toxic ingredient, and the United States Department of Agriculture actually tried to ban this additive in the 1970s, but was vetoed by food manufacturers who complained that they had no alternative for preserving packaged meat products. So why does the industry still use it? Simple. This chemical just happens to turn meats beautiful and that bright red so you can look like it's fresh. It's all a setup and it's a lie. That's the dye. That's the sodium nitrate. That's not the redness of that meat. It is actually a color fixer, and it makes old dead meats appear fresh and alive and very bright, vibrant, and healthy. That is a setup. Sodium nitrate and sodium nitrate are found in your foods. Again, like I said, your hot dogs, your bacons, your hams, luncheon meats, cured meats, corned beef, smoked fish, and so many other type of processed meats. And I tell you all the time, stay away from processed meats. And number 8 is BHA and BHT. Now, those are names are way beyond me trying to pronounce those names. But if you need to go and do a research or Google BHA and BHT, they are preservatives that are found in your cereals, your chewing gum, your potato chips, and vegetable oils. This common preservative keeps foods from changing color, changing the flavor, or becoming rancid and stale. Also, it affects the neurological system of the brains, and it alters your behavior. It triggers on also that food addiction, and it has the potential to cause cancer. BHA and BHT are antioxidants which form cancer-causing reactive compounds in your body. And BHA and BHT are found in potato chips, gum, cereal, frozen sausages, enriched rice, lard, shortening, candy, and jellos. Guys, it's read the labels. Please read the labels. Number 9, sulfur dioxide. And sulfur additives are toxin in the United States of America, and the Federal Drugs Administration have prohibited their use on raw fruits and vegetables. Adverse reactions include bronchial problems, particularly in those prone to asthma and hypotension like low blood pressure, flushing, tingle sensations, or apoplectic shock. And it also destroys the vitamins B's and your vitamin E's. Not recommended for consumption by children. Sulfur dioxide are not recommended for consumption by children. The International Labor Organization says to avoid E220 sulfur dioxide. Avoid it. If you suffer from congenitis, bronchitis, emphysema, bronchial asthma, cardiovascular diseases, avoid this sulfur dioxide that they have on the labels. You need to throw it out. Leave it on the shelf in the store. Also, sulfur dioxide are found in foods like beers, soft drinks, dried fruits, juices, cordials, wine, vinegars, and potato products. And the last one, this is 10 of these, the most dangerous additives that are put in the processing of foods. And number 10 is potassium bromate. Potassium bromate. And what is that? It's an additive used to increase volume in some white flours. So like white flour is no good for you. Stay away from white flours. White bread, stay away from breads. All this has that potassium bromate in there. And rolls, any kind of bread, stay away from them. Potassium bromate is known to cause cancer in animals. Even small amounts in bread can create problems for humans. And like I said, this additive, the potassium bromate, are found in breads. And that's the 10 most dangerous, but that is very serious, right? That's very serious. Very serious. I mean, we need to really get serious about going shopping, we need to make sure we have a list. Make sure you got your magnifying glass. You need to invest in a good magnifying glass that's gonna pull up all those little small words, because they try to color it so it can be so tiny so you can miss it. They think they slick, but we gotta be smarter than they are. We gotta start getting smarter. You're like, well, I've been eating it all my life. So what? You've been eating it all your life, and your health been going down and down. But the doctors keep saying ain't nothing wrong. They can't find nothing wrong with your body, but it is taking a hold on your body over a process of time, all through those years, and eventually now it's just creeping into your organs, your internal organs, and it's destroying your organs, and it's damaging your body, breaking down your immune systems, and it is killing you. And it's also its own setting food addictions, where it makes you want to crave, and you want more of that foods and more of those different things, so you can keep eating it, so you can keep going back to the doctors complaining about your health, and the doctors are making money off of you. So it can send you to the pharmacy, so you got to get this drug so they can take care of that problem. But the pharmaceutical, they're making trillions and trillions of dollars off of you because you want to be ignorant and lazy. You don't want to read. Now, I'm taking it serious. I used to go in that store myself. In, quick, fast, and out. I don't do that anymore. I stopped doing that within the last 2.5 years, maybe close to 3 years. I awakened. He just not awakened me to know that I am divine. He didn't just awaken me to know that I am my greater and higher self. He wakened me up to attain the knowledge of information, so I can continue to grow into my greater and higher self, so I can know my body from the inside out and everything that the Creator created for me. I was created out of the heart of the universe, out of the earth, out of the dirt, out of all the chemicals and everything in Mother Earth. So I had to know that my body is valuable and precious. I gotta know what I am putting in my body. He wants us to know that. Everything came out of the heart of the earth. We used to take it right from the heart of earth and bring it into our homes, and we have fresh, wonderful vegetables and fruits and things like that. It didn't go through the processing or manufacturers and companies where they got to go through all these different places where all these additives are added to our foods. See, that was just a hand that man interfered now. So man is taking control because they want to dominate us and our lives. Genociding people. People are dying. So like I said, you may not think it's harming your body because I've ate it all my life. It has a huge effect. Eventually, it will creep up on you because it's been in your body working against you for a long, long time, and you just really not being able to pinpoint it, and you really never gave any thought because you didn't know all about these different additives and these drugs and all these things being put in our foods. You know, on that further note, guys, I gave you the 10 most dangerous additives that they are putting in our food. So you want to talk about food addiction? Look why that we are so addicted to food. These are drugs. These are chemicals. These are toxins. These are heavy metals. These are not the things that the Creator created for us to put into our bodies. Anytime you put chemicals and toxins and everything in your body that is a drug, of course it's going to become an addiction. Over a process of time, it becomes an addiction and a stronghold. So on that further note, you got to start reading. You got to start doing your own research. You got to get serious. You got to go in that store and you got to read and take time to look what is on those labels. And if you don't understand, like he said, come back home to the drawing board. Write down what you find. Make sure you carry your magnifying glass. I'm telling you, most of it's going to be small font. You can't read it. You make sure you come back now. You sit down and you go write them all down because they're going to be very long. It's going to take you all day to write down 2 or 3 of them because they're long. Call these companies and manufacturers and demand, I need to know what's in this product I purchased. I need to know what is this chemical. I need to know what is this. And you got the right to do that. You got the right. So in the meantime, guys, wake up. Wake up and become consciously aware of what you're eating, what you're putting in your mouth. Be consciously aware of what you're bringing it out of the stores and you bring it into your house, into your homes, and you put it in your cabinets and you're pulling it out. You're feeding it to yourself and to your family and especially to your children. They are innocent. If you're not going to do it for you, do it for your children. On that further note, namaste, guys. I will see you at the next video. This is still Food Addiction Series. I'm bringing you information as the creator. Guys, continue to pull me into a direction to show me more things. I'm just putting it out there. It's up to you to receive it or not. Out into nature, guys. I'm getting ready to enjoy this beautiful day. It is a wonderful, beautiful day, a Christmas day that a lot of people celebrating. I don't celebrate it, but I celebrate every day because every day is a merry, happy day for me. I love life. So it's a merry, happy life for me today, as always. So on that note, do research, please. Comment, share some things that you may know, drop some information that we can help each other. Comment on these topics and these subjects that I have been bringing to you, the articles I have already posted. And if you like more videos like this, just say, drop it in the comment box. Destiny, we like this. Just if you got particular topics, then you just say, Destiny, give me information on certain particular topics, and I'll do that. And if you want to know next time I upload a video, then you hit the bell notification right there. And every time I upload another video, you will get a notification. Let you know Destiny had just put another video out there. Namaste. I love you guys. Have a wonderful and great evening. I hope this information is helping you out there. And I hope you're taking it serious. Please. Your life is important. Your life matters. The Creator said He created everything in you perfectly well and good. Please don't let the Creator down. He loves you. And He loves your body wholesome, healthy, whole, and complete. Namaste. I love you.